Hey people, what's going on? It is the 14th. It's Tuesday, and I am back again just to keep going. I feel fortified through the most recent video experiences because that's what they are. And I just must say that, I only have difficulty with people who have not met me in person, because once we meet and we can establish eye to eye and talk without assumptions being made when we're in each other's presence, the bullshit becomes real clear where it's coming from and it gets set aside. So that's why I'm standing strong, and I appreciate you folks that say, just do yourself, be yourself. I am being myself, and no one's conducting my traffic. And, I'm standing strong. I'm cool, just like I am. And I'm perplexed. No, I'm not perplexed. I just, if if indeed it appears that I have viewers who watch me just to dislike me, well, I'm glad you like me that much, but I'm glad that your life is so sad that that's what you have to do to get your kicks. But I am going to say it just like this. I am above that. So I did some listening to what Anita gave me. Not comprehensive, but enough that I can give some impressions, okay? So the white label that she gave me is a Blind Mr. Jones 12-inch. Wow. Shoegaze. Heck yes. It's and it's great because the B-side it didn't have. The B-side is featherweight and instrumental, but it's their Crazy Jazz EP. This is like a white label of it. I don't know that it's a test pressing necessarily. Most likely just a DJ copy, or one hoping to get to DJs. And my shoegaze video is one of my most watched videos. So apparently a lot of you people will know who I'm talking about when I say Blind Mr. Jones, and I give the big eyes, because, man, I love this band. Love that. Love it. I can give a preliminary... No, I can give a review of this, Anita. The band is called Rebecca. The album is called Helada. And in order to help my orientation to the band, I looked them up and watched some videos. Now, this is electronic based, not quite pop music. Maybe it is pop, but lovely white vinyl. Lovely white vinyl. My first impression before watching the video was that it was an all-woman group, and then when I watch the video, I see it's a mixed group. But what I mean by that is that the woman in front of the band, the front woman, has a very strong personality, and I have to say, I think she, again, being that I'm really not a big vocal person, although the voice is wonderful, I would say she has the kind of voice that's pretty strong, and you're gonna relate to it, and or it might be the kind of voice where it's like it doesn't appeal to you, but I thought she had a really strong presence. Musically, I'd be happy to play it some more. It's electro-based, and my first impression is that it's interesting. It's pretty good. I gotta be honest, okay? So as I was listening to it, the band that it made me think of that is like, this is almost like who I really like but don't have any vinyl, is a band called 100 Waters. Have you heard of 100 Waters? Man, they are 100 Waters. Man, I just caught the pun there. I bet it's there in their name. 100 waters as in water, but then 100 waters as in light bulbs or something. Just caught it, saying it. Anita, I will be spending more time with this, and I've said this before, and I do at times, come back and say more about records as I get better impressions. I will say that, in general, your choice in sending this to me for a review is spot on, because I do like stuff in this wheelhouse. Just so consider this a preliminary review, okay? Thank you again so much, Anita. You just, among other things, you made my day. When I have communication issues with people, I do think about it a lot and ruminate, reflect, and review, basically trying to make sure, have I done something wrong? Am I okay? And through this last bit of stuff where I do believe that someone unfriended me, I stand strong that, I'm just being me. I wasn't rude. I was honest. Some of the things I said weren't directed at that person. If they choose to take them, that isn't on me, and so be it. And I'm just going to be like that. And, for the ultra sensitive or the people who just want to have a problem with me, so be it. This is a big world. And we really need to come together. So you folks that are insisting on being flies in the ointment, well, thanks for nothing, We all need to get along. We don't all have to agree. We all need to get along. And it's far past the point of being like children, where we're picking at each other and being persnickety and nasty, And when I say that what I've said wasn't meant to be rude, and you come back and say, yeah, you were, it's like, well, you just have to go away, because you're not telling me what's coming from me. I can understand if that's what you receive, but you're not telling me that that's what I'm doing, because you don't know. I can be rude. I'm human. I've said it before. It's why I'm single. I'm not having nobody directing my traffic, if at all possible. If at all possible, I'm not having you direct me and tell me what I'm thinking and doing. No. Okay, enough, right? I'm sure some of you are saying, "Fuck, Dereck, shut up and show some records." See, I know how it is. I'm talking to the world, so there's all kinds of people watching this. I can't cater to you. I can just be me. Okay, so. Once again, if you're here sharing this time with me, then just accept me or don't. Because I accept you. And if we met in person, it would be wonderful. Because I can get along with everyone. I can tell stories where I've been in the middle. I end up in the middle of a very loaded situation where, because I'm the only black person and there's no black people for miles, where I probably should have been shot, beat up, buried, and lynched or whatever. But my angels, you can call it that, but because I don't even know how to explain it, but this has happened many times in my history, and I walk away. Many times I make friends. I've had it said to me so many times, and I'm bringing up the race thing because it's one of the issues that is just right on the level of hot topic throughout the world, religion and race. I've heard it so many times coming from, especially just white people, Well, they'll end up using the N-word, saying something. They'll say, "Oh, I forgot you was here, but you ain't like them," And it's like, but what I'm saying is, when I meet people and we're in each other's space, our common humanity is felt. People who want to have a problem with me, you've never met me. And the one person that wants to have beef with me here in Omaha, whenever I see him, I reach out to him. Matter of fact, the last time I saw him, I went up to him, touched him on the shoulder, said his name, and tried to get his eye contact. He wouldn't look at me, okay? So I know it isn't me, okay? I know it isn't me, okay? I gotta do this, guys, you know, and you say that, you know, you're cool with me being me. Well, I'm gonna be me anyway, so a little more music. So it turns out that this is a reissue of Aardvark's album, the one that's on Nova Duran that's so hard to get. Thank you, Anita. I've had this music forever on CD. The original cover and that album is a coveted item for prog rock collectors. It's an organ, it's like a heavy organ type of sound that is, it's just like almost really cool, and then they'll do these things that are kind of like, that's kind of clunky. And I think that that's part of the appeal of this album. Once I put this on, it's like, man, I know this album. I've played it so many times. Every song would come on, I would know it, you know. So wonderful to have a physical copy on vinyl of this for my collection. Aardvark. I recommend it for folks who are interested in the past and the best music from England. So good. Now this SBB, I've only played one side of it, was a surprise because the one album I have by them, New Horizon, I think is the name of it, someone asked for a recommendation. Well, either one of these, because these are the only ones I have, they have several albums. This one has vocals. It's more on the progressive rock side, which I still love. You know, it's like, this is different from the other one I have. So another great addition. The first listen to side one of this was wonderful. I don't speak Polish. I've said it before. I'm listening to the entire picture, the composite of the music, so the words are not that important at first. The Kraftwerk is a bootleg. Now, Anita, you were saying that the sound on this you thought wasn't so hot. It's better than I thought it would be from you saying that. This is early Kraftwerk, like the original Kraftwerk live. Sounds like it was recorded off of an old soundboard, but the levels of the instruments aren't quite balanced. So the guitar is a bit hot in places. The performance is a little on the jumpy side, but what an artifact. It's neat to just have this recording in this configuration on this vinyl. I really enjoyed listening to Ruckzuck, the sidelong. Just fantastic. Thank you so much, Anita. Okay, I'm going to keep it right there, you know, and notice the smile, because I wouldn't be smiling if my soul said something was wrong, you know. I keep smiling because I'm letting you know that I fully understand that each of us lives according to our perceptions. I'm not letting other people's perceptions rule me. And I'll say it again, for folks that don't get me, you haven't met me in the flesh, and that would make a big difference. It always does on my end too. When I meet people in person and can really get a gauge of their energy and their heart, it makes all the difference in the world. I know that I'm willing to be a brother to any man or woman walking this planet. It's the resistance that I receive from others that I don't really understand and I do not accept, because I'm not putting it out. I'm emphatic when I say things that can be misconstrued if you're not used to people being direct. But I'm not having people tell me that I'm doing something I'm not at all.